Hello and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Liz, and we are here today with an exciting new show, the Adobe Express Hotline. And if you've seen the reel that we made to promote it, I've got the phone here. Obviously, everyone's already given their submissions, but I thought I'd just, show it that it's in situ and ready to go. Let me just say hello to everybody in the chat. It's lovely to see you. We've got Sean who said, get the bat phone. It is like the bat phone, the Adobe Express bat phone. We got Anna, Oliver, Caroline, Gareth. Hey, everyone. It's so nice to see you. And I hope you are having good Mondays so far. So what I'm going to do is head over into Adobe Express and I can show you the tasks that I've chosen for today. So we've got loads of amazing questions, people sort of sharing things that they'd like to learn how to do over on the Adobe Live Instagram account. And so I've picked out these two, which we're going to tackle in today's show. And if down the line you decide that you want to see how I would tackle something, then we will be doing these shows every other week. I'll be here every week, but this hotline show will be every other week. And you can basically head over to the Adobe Live Instagram account and there'll be a question box before each show. And then you can put in your design challenge or problem that you would like to see me solve in this show. So yeah, as I mentioned, these are the two that we're going to work on today. Hopefully we'll have time to fit two in. And first up, we've got from Evie, which is, I love this suggestion, how to create something downloadable. So some downloadable device wallpapers as a mail sign up bonus sort of thing. And then we've got from Little Greenwood's IG story templates to showcase my product. So we're going to be in we're going to be creating lots of story dimension templates today. So we'll start off with Evie's design challenge. And I think this is a really interesting one because creating lead magnets for email signups is a really great thing to do. Having a mailing list for your business, so important. It's something that it's like a list that you own. No one can take it away from you. You can contact those people whenever you want. And so this is a great idea for ways to get people onto your list. So we're going to have a think about how we're going to do that. Also, one other thing to mention as I get started, which is really cool, is that if you create a template, which is effectively what we're going to be doing now, you can actually sell these. So if you decided you didn't want to use it for an email sign up, you could sell it on Etsy, for example, and you would create a PDF with the link to your template, and then people would pay for whatever you decide to charge. They'd get the PDF download and then they could access the link to your template. So that's a really fun thing that you could also do with the project that we're going to create now. So I'm going to head over to create new with a plus sign at the top left-hand corner, and we're going to go for Instagram story. And we're basically going to create some designs that would work well as the background for someone's phone, because that's what we want. We want to be able to offer. Now, you might want to do this in a way that you are going to share it on your Instagram for free. You might do it like Evie suggested as a PDF download, or as a download, a lead magnet for your mailing list, or as I mentioned, you could sell them. So I thought we'd just create some fun designs, the sort of thing that people might like to have on the background of their phone to get started. If you've got any questions, then put them in the chat. Oliver says, presumably you can sell them as assets on Behance now too. Oh, I would imagine so. As long as there's a way that you can provide them with the link, then I think you could sell them wherever you want. So I know that a lot of people have been doing this on Etsy, but if you were selling assets in other places, so like on your own website, I reckon on Behance as well, which is a really great thing to do. So you can create templates. So like at the beginning of the year I created like a weekly planner template. I could take that and sell that. So it gives lots of options. And obviously in Adobe Express, it's nice and easy to create designs. And what's nice about this as well is that they can buy the designs, but they can also tweak them if they want to personalize them. So that's really cool. Oliver says, I guess a file with a link in it, maybe. Yeah. So what I've definitely seen happen on Etsy is a PDF. So you could make a really nice branded PDF that has the link in it. And then obviously, as soon as someone purchases, they would automatically get sent that PDF file and they'd have the link. And obviously it would be the same for everyone. So once you've got it all set up, I guess it would be what people sort of term passive income, because you wouldn't be having to send anything out to every person that buys. So let's start off in backgrounds, because there's lots of fun different backgrounds that you can use. Now you might decide that you want to go, you know, for a pattern. I think about how how it's going to look. Remember, this is going to be the background for someone's phone, so you want to think about how that's going to look. So let's have a look in trending backgrounds and see what we can find. You can obviously do these in your style. Maybe let's start with something monochrome. And then I was thinking that what might be quite nice is to have, you know, like an inspiring quote or maybe an affirmation, something that when people open their phone, they look at and then, feel encouraged or inspired. Or it might be that you decide to do something that's sort of related to your business if you wanted to. Another option could be creating like a monthly calendar that people could have on their phone. So let's put in here. You can all help me think up affirmations in the chat. I need some cheesy affirmations. First one I'm going to do is every day I improve. Ooh. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for something really bold with this one, like a really bright color. Maybe, oh no, not on the text. Hang on. Let's, we want to edit the shape here. Let's make the text back. Maybe let's make the text white. And then for the shape, we'll go for like a bold red or a pink. Again, you can do these in your brand colors if you want to. Let's see, what color do we think? Yeah, I think maybe the pink works well. Very, very bright. I think keeping it quite simple works quite well. Let's make a whole bunch of these. So we'll duplicate the page. You might decide that you want to make something that's a bit more like a repeat pattern. So you could head into design assets, or shapes would probably be better. And let's find some nice shapes that we can make a bit of a pattern with. Get some of these. Oh, there we go. So we'll just start arranging them so that we can duplicate and make a pattern. Oliver says, I saw one I liked the other day, but I can't remember it now. Oh no. What an affirmation. Yeah, you got to jot them down so that you can say them to yourselves every day. I'm not very good at that, but I think they can be really helpful. I went through for a phase where I used to share some sort of affirmations for small business owners on my Instagram, and they always went down quite well. I think it's nice to give ourselves a little pep talk every now and then. Let's go with this one. So I'm going to make a pattern with these leaves. Let's have a play around with the colors, because this color palette isn't really doing it for me for this. I'm not sure about the yellow and the pink. Maybe let's type in spring. We'll go for something a bit spring-like. Maybe something like that. We might just have to bolden up the text, but I quite like this for the this is nice. Very pastel-y, very sort of Easter colors, I would say. Okay, so we've got our sort of almost like a little tile here. So let's just duplicate these, and we can effectively make a bit of a pattern. If we just put them over like this, and then what I'm going to do is group all of these together. Oh, that's got a bit, hang on, let's get rid of this because it's gone a bit. So we'll group these together and then we'll just keep repeating down here. And yeah, you can make some really fun things that are going to look great on someone's phone. Just get these in place. And then this one could be something like, I confidently grow my business. Oh. Let's do a different typeface for this one. I quite like it with the solid color. Oliver says, keep the pink, add a neon green background. Ooh. Oh, for this one. Is this the one you mean? Yeah, I could spend ages playing around with all the colors for these. Okay, let's go with a different typeface for this one. Let's go for something Museo Slab, quite like that. Let's see how this looks. Put it into 2 lines. Have that there. I actually really like how that's looking. Maybe what I'm going to do is just change the color on the shape, which is just down here. You can also choose different shapes that you want to have in the background. So we could have a little plate. You could have a big circle. You could just have it. That works quite well actually for this, like have it as a block. You can see that this just saves so much time rather than having to like create the shapes yourself. It just does it automatically. Okay, when I said that I didn't like the pale yellow with the bright pink, oh yeah, neon green would have worked. That would have looked cool. Okay, I think I'm actually going to go for this. I think that's looking quite nice, but I'm going to change the type to the green. Maybe make it a little bit darker just so that it's nice and legible. So you'll see here how easy it is to really quickly make things that would look great as an iPhone background, or well, it doesn't have to be an iPhone, any phone background. Let's do one more. So we'll duplicate page. I'm just going to get rid of all these elements. I could have just created a new page. I didn't need to duplicate the page. And let's have a look at photos, because we could use a photo as our background as well, because obviously we've got access to all of these Adobe stock elements. Now, one thing to consider, if you are going to share these with other people, so that either you could make them and share them like as JPEGs non-editable. If you want people to be able to edit them, you might want to consider using like the non-premium assets, just so that they can then access them if they don't have a premium account. So that's just something to consider, especially if you're making templates to sell, because if the person doesn't have a non-premium account, then they wouldn't be able to use the assets that you've used. Let's find something like this could be really cool actually. Let's have a play around with this. Make this nice and big and have it in the background. Oh, I love how that's turned out actually. Oh, hi. There are lots of new people. Thanks, Anna. Anna says it looks super cute. Sameli, Annika, Ring. Hey, Annika. Nice to see you. Annika's been helping me get ready for this new show, which has been awesome. Okay, so let's cut. If anyone can think of a good affirmation to do with clouds, something like, well, I don't know, I do have my head in the clouds. Maybe I don't have my head in the clouds would be the affirmation that's needed. Let's go and find some text from here. Maybe we'll go for something like this. Oh, I think this could be fun. Put this up here. One of the things I guess to think about as well is where things are positioned on the phone when it's sort of locked, so as to where you put your text. But I think let's just edit the shape here. We'll edit the color. I'm going to get the eyedropper tool and just get this blue from here so it all goes together. Every cloud has a silver lining. Perfect. That's what I needed. Right, let's see if this fits in. Obviously, you don't have to go for, cheesy stuff, but sometimes the cheesy stuff works. And we'll have this up here. Let's make it a bit bigger and maybe center it. Nice. And so then that could be our phone graphic. Now, what I'm going to quickly do, so we've got 3 very different style that we've created. Hi, Melanie. Lovely to see everybody. Okay, so we've got our 3 affirmations. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just download these as JPEGs. Now, if you were going to sell these on Etsy, if you head to share, you'd make it a template and then you would get a link for your template. And then that's what you would put in your PDF, which people would download when they've purchased. What I'm going to do for now is I want to make a promo graphic for these. So I'm just going to download all of these pages as JPEGs. And I'm just going to get those on my desktop. 1 second. We'll just unzip that and pop that here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project. And I'll go say, let's make a promo post for Instagram. So we're going to make a post telling people that if they sign up to our mailing list, they get access to these downloads. So we'll go with a nice bright color in the background. Maybe that's a bit too bright. We'll go with a pink. And then I'm going to go to photos and I'm going to search for iPhone. And I'm going to just do a really sort of simple mock-up of this. Let's go with this one. And then I'm going to use the remove background tool, just so that it sits nicely on our pink background. Make this a bit bigger. And now what I'm going to do is just drag in one of our affirmations. Let's go with this one. And I'm just going to lay that over very simply and make a very quick and dirty mock-up. So if I just group that together and maybe I always put everything at a jaunty angle. So I'm just going to put that at a jaunty angle. And then I'm just going to add some text in that says, let's just get rid of these elements. Sign up to my mailing list to access my free phone wallpapers. So sign up to my mailing list to access the free phone wallpapers. So you can see how easily you can actually make the designs, but then you can create something to promo the designs. So I'm just going to get rid of the shape in the background and make this text. Maybe I'll make the text black, actually. I think that'll look good. So yeah, aside from just not lining that up properly, you can see how you can make a really quick promo, and then this will encourage people to sign up to your mailing list. So hi everybody. Okay, great. Okay, so that is the first challenge that we've tackled. So let's head back and we'll just see what our next one is. So hopefully that helps Evie as she thinks about how she can create some downloadable device wallpapers so that people sign up to her mailing list. Now, next, we're going to think about some IG story templates to showcase products. So we're going to start off again with story dimensions because they're going to be used in stories. I'm going to find a product in photos that we want to promote. So maybe let's type in beauty and see if we can find some beauty products. Like a cream bottle, maybe. Here we go, something like this. So let's say this was the product. So one of the things that I'm going to do is create one where the product is full screen and it's like the main thing, and then we'll create some text to go over it, which is going to tell you the name and then the like price or whatever information you decide is important. You might want to include space to have a link so that people know where they need to go to buy it, because now obviously it's quite, everyone can share a link in their stories. So I'm just going to put something simple there. We'll do a few of these, but I think for this one I want to keep the sort of product front and center. We want to make sure that we are not putting anything too close to the bottom, so that you like where you've got the box where people write things in stories, the text is like, you know, like that might get in the way of the text and then it'd be hard for people to read. So let's add some text. We'll call it Amazing Face Cream. Vicky said, sorry, I missed this part. What are we doing? We're creating some templates for Instagram stories to promote products. So in case you missed the intro, Vicky, this is a new show called the Adobe Express Hotline. And over the weekend, loads of people gave submissions of sort of design problems that they wanted help with. And we're just working through 2 of those today. So yeah, this one is templates for products for Instagram stories. So I'm going to put Amazing Face Cream. Obviously, you would come up with a much better name for your product than that. And let's shrink it down. So we'll have the title in here. Let's pick a different color. I might just go monochrome for these actually, because I think it'll stand out against the pink. And then I might put another one over on this side, make this one white. Let's bring it in a bit. And then this one, we'll put the price in. And then once you've got this template, you can use it consistently for all of your products, which will save you loads of time, but will also make everything look nice and consistent, which is always a good thing. So let's say it's £30. We can put that in there. And then you might decide that you want to include a website, or like we mentioned, I might, for example, include a box here where I might just put the link there. It depends on sort of what your image looks like, or maybe sort of like near the top, and we could bring this down slightly so that the product's like in the center. Yeah, you just want to think about where you put the link so that people can actually click on it, because that is very frustrating if they can't click on that link. You could even put it in the middle there. So that could be your template. So then you would just need to switch out the product. And then when you update the text, and when you upload it to stories, then you can put the link there. So let's do another one. So we'll create a new page. So for this one, let's find another photo. They're all sort of like, these ones are all sort of like label-less bottles and things. Let's go for this sort of serum here. And then what I'm going to do is go to crop and shape. And I'm going to find a heart shape. And so then the product would be in the center of the heart. And then I'm just going to make this bigger. We'll change the background color. Maybe we'll go for like a light green, again with the pastel shades, because that works quite nice with the pink. Sean's like, don't make Liz start over. Yeah, I haven't got time to start over. I was probably a bit ambitious trying to get 2 tasks in, but I was determined to answer. We had so many suggestions, which was amazing, because I've got lots of ideas of things to show you now on these shows. But yeah, tricky to squeeze 2 in. So then we'll add our text, and we can have the product name. So we can have, oh, I actually love this typeface. That's great. Let's just update this to magic face serum. Naming products, definitely not my skill, but we're going with it. Just bring that up a bit. I think it's having a little, okay, there we go. So we'll put the name there, and then underneath, let's add some more text. We will put the price in. And I'm going to make this like a contrasting font. Maybe go for Lato Bold. I think that'll work. We'll have it at, we'll go with £35 for this one. I don't know how much these things should cost. Let's make it a bit smaller. Oh, I made it too small. And then what I'm going to do is go to shapes and maybe get something like this. Nice. And put that behind the price just to highlight it. And again, like the key thing here is making templates so that you can use them again and again. Anna says I'd buy it. I mean, yeah, it's like label-less face cream. Oliver says he'd like a magic face. I would like a magic face as well, for sure. I'm going to make the price the green, and then I'm going to make this black, make it all stand out and look nice. And again, keeping it very simple, but you can see how you could create this template, and then you would just need to be updating your products and the titles, and you could download all these and upload them to your Instagram stories, and then add your links so that people can get to your cart really quickly and buy your products. You want to, I guess, remove as much friction as possible, make it as easy for people to buy. So potentially for this one, we could just move everything up slightly so there's space at the bottom for your linked product. But yeah, so I hope that has been helpful. Yeah, Youth Juice. That's what it should be called. That's a much better name, Anna. I should have gone with Youth Juice. It's hard to say though. So yeah, so today we have tackled two of our problems. One, creating the lead magnet, so for phone wallpapers, and then creating these templates for our products. And then with both of these, you can make them a template. You can share them with other people. So say you had a virtual assistant that helps you with your business. You've got this template for your products that you can send to them, and they can make all those updates for you. So yeah, I hope that you found it helpful. I'll be back next week with the regular Adobe Express half hour. And then I'll be back in 2 weeks with our next Adobe Express hotline. So please come and share your suggestions of design problems that I can tackle. And thank you so much for joining me today. It's been lovely to see you all. And I'll see you again next week.